Hi guys, Crad here. I wanted to show my weekend Plaza Cutlery Show score from the knife show here in Hawaii. This is a Todd Begg Bodega. This is a knife that actually has several videos on YouTube already, so I might not stick on it for too long, and I'll try not to repeat anything that is in other videos, other than the obligatory things, such as stating the fact that this is an IKBS flipper. Features Todd Begg's patented bolt-on enter frame lock, where this piece is actually separate from the rest of the knife, the frame lock piece. Features an over travel stop. Mr. Begg has said that this is only possible due to the separate nature of these two pieces of titanium, for them to mill it to where you can't over travel the lock, because it interlocks in that way, that manner. Features very early lockup, which is great. As you may have noticed, it flips very nicely with that IKBS system. There's a lot of talk about this being a mid-tech. Ken Onion from Hawaii here, Ken Onion actually defined the term mid-tech, and in his definition it refers to having most of the portions of the knife outsourced, and then the maker just doing the grind or something along those lines. Begg's company, Begg Knives, prefers to call this DNC instead of a mid-tech, a damn near custom knife. They're trying to bridge the gap between, signing up for a Todd Begg custom knife and waiting, 6 years to hopefully get one. They're trying to be able to put a knife that's every bit as custom as a custom Todd Begg knife in people's hands in what's much closer to a 2-week wait time at this point. I actually went to order this knife from the Begg Knives website. If you click on the Bodega, you can place an order. You pick your choice of scale material. I think currently the G10 versions are about $8.50 plus shipping, and it goes up from there. This is, of course, the lightning strike carbon fiber. So you get the little strands of carbon fiber, or rather of copper showing up in the carbon fiber. And I'll put a link to a work in progress thread that Begg Knives has posted on how these are made. Getting back to what this knife would be classified as, they classify it as a damn near custom knife because pretty much all of the work is done in-house. Not necessarily by Todd Begg, but by just a handful of people that he has trained in person to work on these. There's actually a link on his website talking about how so far they haven't really made any profit on these knives, just because of the amount of time and training, man hours, cost of machinery and materials, and all that kind of stuff that goes into these. There's only 2 people that can really work on shaping the titanium parts and other aspects of these knives, and they've both been trained over the course of a year personally by Todd. So they're working on becoming more efficient so that they can hopefully start making a profit on these. There's a lot of tech that goes into these. The only knife that I have close that has similar amounts of tech is the ZT 777. Which, just for the price that they're offering the ZT 777 at, you just have to realize, you're getting an amazing deal. They're really not charging as much for these as they probably should have. That's not to say that with the Begg Bodega being twice the cost, that you're you know, it's not worth it or something. Like, it is absolutely worth what they're charging. It's just zero tolerance was out of their mind, I guess, when they priced the ZT 777. Right now, you probably can't get your hands on one of these. You can get your hands on a Begg Bodega. I'm not sure how long that will be true, because the Beggs actually have a reality television show coming out soon on the Discovery Channel. I believe the first episode airs next Friday, or this upcoming Friday rather, at the time of me recording this, which is I believe April 19th, 2013 is, well, not today, but that's the date that Bleed Brothers premieres on the Discovery Channel, right after a show called Sons of Guns. So I could only imagine that when the general populace gets these in their eyes, the wait times for one of these mid-techs will increase. So if you're thinking about ordering one, now might be the best time to do it. One thing that I would like to note about this knife is just how beefy it is. From the pictures, I didn't really get an idea of the thickness of this knife. I'm very pleased. It's really a tank of a knife. The blade stock is, I believe, on the same thickness level as the zero tolerance knives. So this knife, holding them, you know, spine to spine like that, they seem to be pretty much the same blade stock, which is also the same as Emerson knives. So to give you an idea, most people probably have a production Emerson knife or two or more, and the blade stock is about the same. It is actually not the thickness. I thought it was going to be thicker than stock Emerson. After playing with it for a while, I had to actually put them spine to spine to realize that they weren't. It is not as thick as an Emerson hmmv-k, which, by the way, I just saw one of these go for $675 on Arizona Custom Knives a few days ago. Wish I had caught that before it sold. That is not nearly enough money for that knife. Let's see. Not a lot of pimping could be done to this knife. As most of you know, I tend to have my knives pimped, but like the zero tolerance knife, it comes so pimp that really what would you want to do to it, you know? If anything, I would probably try to have the cracked ice finishes anodized, because they are titanium. So the back spacer, the clip is actually a press fit. These standoffs here are press fit at 5,000 pounds, so they're not coming out anytime soon. And there's a screw that goes into the back, and this screw here threads into that one. The detent ball here, not detent, but the ball in the pocket clip, which is actually a really ingenious idea. It makes it go into the pocket so smoothly, like butter. That's press fit in there as well. It does not roll at all, but it doesn't need to, because it's such a smooth rounded surface, it just slides right into your pocket. But it holds tightly as well, so you don't have to worry about losing the knife. This piece here of titanium is integral to the pivot system itself, so that's not removable. I could still probably have that anodized separately from the rest of the handle. I went with the bead blasted handle. They also had one that is anodized gold and one that is DLC coated. I think the blade on that one is DLC coated as well, and I prefer a satin finish blade. So I'm really happy with what I got here. Trying to think if there's anything else to mention before I run out of time. Just how organic it feels in the hand. This feels amazing. The smoothness is awesome.